What we see in the video, very shocking scenes really, as Trump speaking, he was speaking about immigration to the crowds, and then you see him cowering down and sheltering beneath the podium where he is speaking, Secret Service rushing to him and surrounding him to try and keep him safe. And then from photos afterwards, it's very clear that, he's been hit or in some way injured on the side of the face. There's blood rushing from his ear, and he does appear to be injured but completely conscious. And then in the video, we see him stand up again, raise his fist into the air, and then shout, "Fight," and the crowd respond with chants of "USA, USA." He is at that point taken off the stage into his car, and their convoy leaves and clearly heads for medical attention. And we do know that he is okay. Clearly he's been injured, but he is doing okay. We don't yet know what's happened exactly, but certainly according to some statements that have come out and from witness reports, this does appear to be a shooting. In fact, one person, it seems, was hit in the head and killed from this bullet. Of the number of shots, maybe 3 to 5 that were shot from a gun that seems to be a distance away, but at least one person killed. Now, we've also heard from another witness who said he was outside of the rally, so standing back from the wider crowd, and spotted someone on a rooftop. He then told the Secret Service about them, but then the incident happened and they weren't able to get to the shooter until after the incident had happened. We've heard on Truth Social, which is Trump's social platform, from him himself, or at least his team member, quoting from him, saying, "It is incredible that such an act can take place in our country. Nothing is known at this time about the shooter, who is now dead," so confirming there that the shooter is dead. "I was shot with a bullet that pierced the upper part of my right ear. I knew immediately that something was wrong, and I heard a whizzing sound shots and immediately felt the bullet ripping through my skin." He's also said in statements later, and this is in the last few moments, that he's looking forward to joining everyone in Milwaukee. Now, he's pointing ahead here to the Republican National Convention that's due to happen in Milwaukee in a couple of days' time there. So I think it gives us a sense that clearly he was injured, but he's okay. He's well enough to make it to this huge event that's happening next week. From President Biden himself, who's both released statements and also appeared on US media, he said at the time he was hoping to speak directly with Trump, and his sympathy, of course, goes out to both Trump and his family members and also the person who died in the rally. Very strongly saying, look, there's no place in America for this kind of violence.
I have tried to get a hold of Donald. He's with his doctors. Apparently he's doing well. I plan on talking to them shortly, I hope, when I get back to the telephone. But the bottom line is that the Trump rally was a rally that he should have been able to be conducted peacefully without any problem. But the idea that there's political violence or violence in America like this is just unheard of. It's just not appropriate. And everybody must condemn it. Everybody.
And that is the messaging we're also hearing from other Democrats. The former president, Barack Obama, also released a statement condemning the violence. We've also heard from former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, who's also condemned this heinous act. She's talked about how there's absolutely no place for political violence in US society.